Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot on the Pagan Perspective. This week we're talking about religious intolerance in and outside of the pagan community. I do want to apologize for the lighting and the setting and all that. Yeah, kind of trying to do a short video really quick because I have things that I need to go do here in about little less than an hour. So I have to get my video done and uploaded and whatnot. So anyway, getting on to the topic is religious intolerance. Have we experienced religious intolerance in and outside of the pagan community? This one comes from Al, and I'm trying to, just off the top of my head, remember everything because I'm doing this on my phone, which is usually where my topics are whenever I'm reading them. So anyway, have I experienced religious intolerance in and out of the pagan community? And the answer is yes. Usually it comes from either pagans who will say, you can't be Christo-pagan because, there's no room, or it's not capable of a Christian being pagan, or a Christian being a witch. And I've also heard it from the Christian community saying that, Christo-paganism isn't a thing, this and that. And I pretty much tell them, look back into the early times of Christianity, whenever Christianity was first starting out, and you will find a very, very different opinion. So I usually just try to educate people, and they don't usually get violent or anything like that. So it's not like a violent intolerance. It's just an ignorance to history and historical records and whatnot. So usually that's whenever I take the opportunity to educate people, and that's only if I feel that they really want to be educated. If they're asking in an earnest way of, how do you mix Christianity and paganism in your path and your practice? How do you do that? If they are asking questions like that, then I will go down the X, Y, and Z path of this is how I do this. And if they're just saying, well, this isn't a thing and this goes against this rule and dogma and this and that, then I just kind of tell them, learn your history, go on, little curmudgeon. So yeah, I don't have time for stuff like that. And usually I don't get a lot of that. I don't get a lot of pushback from people. A lot of people, it's more of, I don't understand it. It's not my thing. And, they just go about their business. There are times that I get trolls in the dungeon. And that's whenever I just say, go about your business. Go away. And I just leave it at that. Usually for me, it's very much just, sweep them on their way, get them out of my space, and don't let them continue. Now, if it's something like I'm in a work situation where somebody says, those evil pagans, this and that. I actually had a guy that was a vendor of ours at the co-op that said something about, was it human sacrifices or something like that during Halloween? And I said, yeah, no, you got your historical fact incorrect. I said, most pagans believe this, 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 and this. And I kind of went on this little diatribe of, a mini lecture, if you will. And he kind of looked at me, he's like, what the heck? I said, I'm an ordained minister. I said, and I'm a witch. And this is stuff that I study. And, this is the thing that I do, is I study this stuff, and I, want to further educate others. It's the same education that I give people whenever they talk about Muslims or Jewish people or Hindu or, pagans of any sort. I try to educate them as best as I can with the information that I have. And if I don't know the answer to a question or the facts of a religion, then I will sit down and I will Google it pretty much right then and there, and I will tell them, no, you're kind of wrong on that, and Usually it's more like, I'm pretty sure you're wrong about this, and I'm going to go ahead and Google it in front of you, and we're going to figure this out here and now. So, yeah. So that's pretty much what I do. That's how I face the intolerance and the ignorance within the pagan community or outside of the pagan community. A lot more outside of the pagan community than inside, I would have to say. But there are those pagans that will sit there and say, till they're blue in the face, Christo-paganism is not a thing. And you know what? I don't care if you think it's a thing or not. It's a thing that I do, and who are you to judge my religious practice and my practice in general? It's not your place. It's not within your wheelhouse of things to determine what's right and wrong. So unless you're, me, I really don't need your opinion. So that's pretty much how I deal with those people, and inside and out of the pagan community. Let me know how you guys just, deal with these, little curmudgeons in the bottom bar in the comments below. I will have the topic in its entirety in the bottom bar. And I think that's all I have for today. So until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.